Students, and welcome to today's class. Dear students, today we will do English literature and we will learn the story The Owl and the Moon, and we will learn about friendship. How can you be a good friend? In this story, we will learn about the friendship of the owl and the moon. Now, if you want to be a good friend, you have to care about your friend, you have to help your friend, and you have to be the side of your friend. And if you want to have good friends, first you should also be a good friend. You should talk politely with your friend, you should advise your friend, you should help your friend, and you should be very, very good with her. And we should always pray God to help us to be good friends. So today in our story, The Owl and the Moon, in this story, Owl and the Moon are good friends. Owl and the Moon. So today we will learn chapter 10 of your Gulmohar book. The name of the lesson is Owl and the Moon. And this is a very interesting story about an owl and the moon. So before we start reading the story, we will learn the new words. The first word which we see in this story is seashore. Seashore is beach, a place where there is sea, sand and rocks. So in this picture you can see sea is also there, sand is also there, and rocks are also there. The next word is tip, a small part at the top of something. You can see there like a yellow pyramid, and on the top of that is the tip of the pyramid, the small part at the top of something. The next word is the edge of the sea, the farthest point in the sea, the place where it looks like the sea and the sky are touching. So in this picture, if you see, it will appear that the sea and the sky are touching each other at one point, and that point is called the edge of the sea. Supper is the last meal of the day. The meal we have at night is called as supper. Supper. The next word is sailed after him. Sailed after him means moved quickly and moved smoothly after him. In this picture you can see the ship sails in the sea, like moving smoothly over the sea. And now we will read the story. Owl and the Moon.
And the Moon by Arnold Lobel. One night, Owl went down to the seashore. He sat on a large rock and looked out at the waves. Everything was dark. So, Owl felt a little sad. Just then, a small tip of the moon came up over the edge of the sea. Owl watched the moon as it climbed higher and higher into the sky. Soon he could see the whole round, shining moon. Owl sat on the rock and looked up at the moon for a long time. If I am looking at you, Moon, then you must be looking back at me. We must be very good friends. The Moon did not answer, but Owl said, I will come back and see you again, Moon. But now I must go home. Owl walked down the path. He looked up at the sky. The moon was still there. It was following him. No, no, Moon, said Owl. It is kind of you to light my way. But you must stay up over the sea where you look so lovely. Owl walked on a little farther. He looked at the sky again. There was the moon coming right along with him. Dear Moon, said Owl, you really must not come home with me. My house is small. You will not fit through the door, and I have nothing to give you for supper. Owl kept on walking. The moon sailed after him over the tops of the trees. Moon, said Owl, I think that you can't hear me. So Owl climbed to the top of a hill. He shouted as loudly as he could, Goodbye, Moon! The moon went behind some clouds. Owl looked and looked. The moon was gone. It's always a little sad to say goodbye to a friend, said Owl. Owl came home. He put on his pajamas and went to bed. The room was very dark. Owl was still feeling sad. Suddenly, Owl's bedroom was filled with silver light. Owl looked out of the window. The moon was coming out from behind the clouds. Moon, you have followed me all the way home to cheer me up. What a good friend you are, said Owl. Then Owl put his head on the pillow and closed his eyes. The moon was shining down through the window. Owl did not feel sad at all.
Dear students, we have read the story. I hope you all enjoyed the story. Now it is time to answer the questions. Now, why did the owl feel a little sad at the seashore? So, your answer is owl felt a little sad at the seashore because it was dark. It was dark, and that is why owl was feeling sad. Second question is, why did owl not want moon to come home with him? Why did owl not want moon to come home with him? The answer is owl did not want moon to come home with him because he thought that his house was very small for the moon to enter his house, and his door was also small, and he thought that now the moon cannot go through my door. And he thought, I don't have any supper also. If someone comes to our house, we give them something to eat. So he thought, I don't have supper also. What will I give to the moon if he comes now? That is why the owl did not want moon to come home with him. Now the third question is, why was owl not sad anymore? In the end, we see the owl is not sad anymore. Why? Because the moon was shining outside his window and there was light in his room, and that light made him happy. So like owl, we also need light. We always need light. And light can be of many types. We need light of knowledge. We need the light of truth. We need the light to know what is right and wrong. So we want Lord, our God, to be our light, and Lord to tell us and to guide our ways. So all of you open your school diary to page 31, song 15, Lord be our light. So dear students, always remember that God is our light, and we should always pray to God to fill our hearts with His light, with His truth, and with His knowledge. That is why we say Tamso Ma Jyotirgamay. Thank you and have a nice day.